Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one Eastern Kentucky boy does his part to give back to police officers in honor of the ones we lost in the shooting of Floyd County. And a business in our region creates a special piece of merchandise in honor of the K-9 officer we also lost in that shooting.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you, 5:32 on the dot. I'm Dakota Makris, and it's Tuesday. See, I knew eventually I'd get the right day of the week, but boy, this week is going by so slowly, but literally just started yesterday. And I'm gonna stop talking because I'm not making any sense. So let's take it over to Brandon this morning. Brandon, you know, we're in a severe weather alert day, but really, you know, you said you're not really buying it.
I'm not convinced.
Convinced, that's the word,
yeah,
convinced.
Because
okay.
Here is the thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate the Storm Prediction Center's cautiousness.
Right.
And I think we all need to be cautious today, but I think it might be a little bit overdone. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll stay weather aware. We'll be ready for anything. But again, not a high confidence level in this. We'll see how it plays out. Let's take a look at this morning first. Some fog out there as we head deeper into the daytime hours. It's seeing not much on the sensors, but again, trust me, it is out there. You'll see it some more on the cameras here in just a little bit, and it will expand as the morning goes through. 59 in Clintwood, 71 Prestonsburg, London, 70 Somerset, 72 Moorhead, 70 Hazard, Pikeville, 66 Harlan, 70 in Williamsburg, 65 in Middlesboro, and 72 in Jackson this morning. Temperature change from yesterday. Everybody a little bit warmer, with the exception of Middlesboro. They're exactly where they were this time yesterday. 12-hour planner. Again, chances for storms rolling here this afternoon. Some of those could pack a punch. So again, stay weather aware. Have a way to get those alerts quickly if they are issued. Sunset tonight at 8:56. Dakota.
All right, Brendan, thank you. Highly contagious subvariants of the COVID-19 Omicron wave are causing case numbers to increase across the nation. While these subvariants are less severe, the CDC still recommends those living in high transmission areas to wear a mask while indoors and in public. Our Keaton Hall has more on the latest spread.
Over the past 6 weeks, COVID cases in the Commonwealth have been increasing by around 10 to 20% each week. And Public Health Director Scott Lockard does not see numbers dropping anytime soon.
For now, the trend's continuing, and we expect it to continue until the data shows us something otherwise.
37 counties in the Commonwealth are red, which means they have high levels of transmission. The CDC recommends masking indoors if you live in one of these counties, and businesses are taking notice, including the Georgetown Toyota plant, requiring all workers to mask up.
And if Toyota's going back to masking, that should be a harbinger of things to come for other businesses.
Lockard says more contagious subvariants of Omicron are fueling the increase in cases.
Each year we have, strain-specific flu vaccinations, and that may be what we're going to move to with COVID as the virus mutates more.
And with many kids headed back to school in a few weeks,
we're only 4 or 5 weeks away from school starting back, so we're going to start having a lot of mass gatherings again, so our schools are going to have to look at that. And of course, from a public health perspective, masking when they can is a good practice.
Lockard says if you live in Eastern Kentucky, it's probably time to start masking in public again. In Hazard, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Lockard also says the usual 5-day quarantine time is not enough. He recommends 10 days, since a recent study showed 25% of COVID patients were still transmitting the virus after 9 days. Well, in a post on Facebook that now has hundreds of thousands of shares, one Kentucky woman is warning others about dirty money after she ended up in a hospital. Renee Parsons and her husband Justin were traveling from Lexington to Dallas, Texas for work. Parsons says she picked up a dollar bill outside of a McDonald's in Nashville, Tennessee. After handling it, she woke up in a hospital bed 5 hours later. Justin says local law enforcement told them they wanted to test the money Renee picked up for any drug residue.
But I'm trying to fight to stay awake because he's yelling at me to stay awake.
Other than that, there's no other explanation other than some random medical event that just, took place. So.
Just last month, the Perry County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office posted a warning on social media saying they had 2 separate incidents of people picking up bills that had tested positive for meth and fentanyl. The sheriff's office asked people not to pick up money they see on the ground. Well, it's on a day's work, and even superheroes aren't excluded from window washing duty. Yesterday, they put away the weapons and grabbed the squeegees outside of Norton's Children's Hospital in Louisville. The company behind the Heartfelt Act is ProClean. Iron Man, also known as the CEO Joe Heister, had this to say about why he was inspired to help.
Look for children, and they're smiling, they're happy. When they roll over and they see us, you should see it. It's like a magical moment on their faces when they look over and they see Iron Man or Batman or Spider-Man on the outside of their window. So it's really a magical moment where we're able to be there for the kids.
Officials say they've been doing this project for about 5 or 6 years and plan to continue doing it. Well, a Magoffin County boy is giving back to police in Floyd County. 12-year-old Colton Reisner is selling back the blue bracelets. He set up a stand next to the marathon just off the Mountain Parkway. Well, Colton says the money will go to the families of the officers killed in the Allen community of Floyd County. In just one day, he's raised $850, but he hopes to raise $1,000.
I mean, it's nothing for me, it's all for the families, you know. I know they're going through a real hard time right now, losing sons, fathers, husbands, you know, and it's got to be rough for them.
Well, Colton plans to sell the bracelets throughout the week. If you aren't in Magoffin County, he says he'll also mail the bracelets out. Well, honoring fallen K-9 officer Drago, that was the goal for Floyd County business Lou's Place for Pets and the Shirt Gallery. Well, they decided to partner by making a shirt honoring him and give the proceeds to the Floyd County Sheriff's Department. Then it turned into an overflow of support. Well, they've sold more than 1,000 t-shirts, some to other states and countries. Lou's Place for Pets owner Sheena Maynard says they were not expecting so much support.
When we hit 500, we were over the moon. And then we hit 1,000, and we were kind of like over our heads in deep water. But it's been kind of a sigh of relief.
Well, Maynard says they plan to continue selling shirts for another week or so. The art of quilting has deep roots here in Appalachia, and to further foster the tradition and support of one another, multiple quilt shops across the region are partnering to host the second annual Quilting in the Mountains Shop Hop. Our Alyssa Williams talked with a few of the shop owners involved in the event to learn more.
A beloved tradition in the Appalachian Mountains.
And a lot of people say this is a dying art. Oh no, it isn't. It's not dying at all.
To honor the art of quilting and to support local quilters in the region, 6 local shops are continuing their second annual Quilting in the Mountains Shop Hop this week.
We all feel proud to be from here. We're proud of our customers and the amazing creative work that they do. And I think we all just are really happy to be supporting Appalachian quilters.
Until Saturday, business owners are encouraging customers to visit the other quilt shops. And by visiting all 6 shops, customers have the opportunity to win various prizes.
And it's a fun way to celebrate together and to have fun with the shoppers. And it's a fun way for us to celebrate the customers.
Those with the shop hop say this event will also benefit other businesses in the area.
They're already here. They may as well go to the bookstore, get a coffee. They've got their kids with them, so they'll stop by the toy store. There's all sorts of things that they're doing.
And one quilt shop in particular is using this shop hop as an opportunity to help their community. The Sew and Love shop in Prestonsburg is raffling off a Christmas quilt made alongside the other shop owners to help the Prestonsburg Police Department purchase protective vests and helmets.
And if we could help in some small way with that by you know, the raffle, that's awesome.
Helping to deepen the bonds between members of Appalachia's tight-knit quilting community and supporting the patchwork of mountain communities. Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
The shop hop will continue until this Saturday, with each of the businesses open from 9 to 5. If you are interested in learning more about the shop hop, you can visit our website at WYMT.com. Well, the redheaded wonder is making a stop in Charleston. No, it's not me. Country music superstar Reba McEntire is bringing her new tour just across the Kentucky border in West Virginia. Charleston Mayor Amy Schuler Goodwin made the announcement yesterday at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. The show will be Thursday, October 20th. Reba has not performed in Charleston since 1998. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Just ahead this morning, a well-known actor surprises a boy after he was left out of a yearly tradition by his peers.
I don't know. It's going to be a hot day before some showers and storms roll into the region later this afternoon. And again, some of those could pack a punch. Man, have a way to get those alerts quickly if they're issued on the latest in about 3 minutes.